you know what's interesting? I mean, I don't want to flame PBE, so let me be careful how I say this. Um, Expo on a team that has been performing relatively well, I think will be fun. Of course, Comfy gets 2 bans in a row. Maria's Dungeon is losing a ban. And we're gonna see the respect for the Baz 800 in the top lane. We are going to see that there. We see the bans. Uh, the ban of the Volibear. That's definitely for the Baz 800. As he played that crazy Volibear. Oh, I forgot. Yesterday they had that crazy game against PBE. That was yesterday, huh? Okay. So bans out. We're also going to see the Jinx ban away from Comfy Gaming. That is going to be banned away from Condoms Are Us, also known as CAU. I appreciated yesterday how whenever we had oh god Dia, whenever we had Dia come into casting, he changed all the inappropriate names to just an acronym, and I was like, yeah, yeah, that's fair. I guess that's what you would do in the situation where you cared more about the language that you use on broadcast. We have kind of have don't that much of a give a fuck attitude here at the BTL, but probably for the future, you never know who could be watching out there, how young your viewers could potentially be. Not sure if we have a maturity tag on the stream. We probably do. I'm not exactly sure. I think in the past we've given lots, very little fucks, so it's quite possible that there is one. But in general, you want you want League of Legends, competitive League of Legends, to be open to all viewers. So you know gonna have the gotta for the inappropriate names. One of them, of course, here is the jungler from Maria's Dungeon, Bite My Tits, was called BMT, and actually both of them, Condoms R Us, was called CAU. So very interesting.
I honestly totally got so distracted in trash talk that I wasn't even paying attention to draft. I'm sorry, Ito.
So, it's okay. It's okay. Maria's Dungeon picking up the solid bot lane of Caitlyn and Morgana. We know Dubs is performing very well in general, but we'll see how Dubs performs when he has a different person on ADC that will not be Maria supporting him in the bot lane. That would be LC Bane. LC Bane, a solid gold player, so not terrible. Definitely not gonna be Maria on those completely Smurf Morgana bindings that we were talking about the other day. Maria is completely Smurf Morgana binding, so is Captain Kirk. But we will not. We'll be seeing how LC Bane does on that Maria today. We'll be seeing on that Morgana, not Maria. And it's like a Kane jungle into a J4 jungle. Looks like that could be looks like this could potentially be a bot lane and jungle picks by both sides here. We'll see the second phase of bans. We're going to see a lot of focus on Expo's champion pool. In fact, 3 of the 4 bans from Comfy Gaming so far seem to be focused on Expo's champion pool, banning away the Viego. I guess the Viego could also be a jungle ban actually. BMT, of course, from Maria's Dungeon has had incredible performances recently. I think yesterday was it yesterday he was like had like all the kills in the game or something like that. Having incredible performances recently.
Yes. The one thing that I'm kind of confused about is like I really wanted to see like the Boz or even like a Julian Viego angle, but I swear to God they were like trying so hard to get Viego enabled, and then I see them ban it every single game, so I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they have banned it every game now, right? Like I think I realized that it's like they banned Viego almost every game, I think, and I'm like,
Oh, and Comfy were some of the Comfy were one of the teams that were asking for Viego to be enabled a little bit earlier than he was. I don't know. You make a
I,
fantastic point. You make an excellent point. I didn't even think about it. Like, then shouldn't that mean that when someone wants to play Viego? But it's like, I mean, and also they're blue side here. Like, this is the chance.
like I wanted to see the Boz play it. Like I was so curious like about it. Like I just wanted to see because like the fact that they
Right.
thought it was like a power pick, I figured like the Boz or Julian, like there's some kind of flexibility there maybe. And then it's just I never see it. And I'm just like I just wanted to see it, man. Like
This is
I
also an
understand not.
interesting mid lane matchup, by the way, because they just played yesterday as Comfy Gaming's mid laner. What's his name? Hybrid Theory was reminding us. Do we see Syndra? We can see so many things here. What do we see? A normal do we see like play for the comp, play for a normal solid pick here mid lane from Expo, or do we see something completely wild like we saw Rek'Sai mid yesterday? I think that's because that was PBE's last game and they were just kind of gonna have fun with it anyway. I don't expect that from Expo this time.
Yeah, it'd be funny if he was just randomly centering. Like
Yeah. Oh, that I think that counts as a try hard pick as well.
Oh, I do too. I think it's really good.
Hmm.
Definitely heavy in the AD portfolio, but having a Morgana, having like the Kane and the Cho'Gath, there's
Yeah.
other damage parts about it. I don't think it's bad by any means.
It's not too terribly bad. Also, yeah, it's like who do they have like super tanks on the side of Comfy Gaming? They do have the J4 and they do have the set, but neither of those, both of those kind of build kind of like brawly more than just pure tank. I am ready to go. So we'll see. The salty run back in the mid lane. The salty battle between Comfy Gaming and Maria's Dungeon after the last hour of scuffles we had in multiple different chats in our Discord. We will now see them actually face each other on the Rift. Let's look at the standings. How are the standings? Figuring out today's the most important day for standings. Very few teams have played all their games. Chicken Gang looks like they've had 18 games played. Looks like they are locked for. Looks like you're lost for a lock for second. Unless, is it possible that you guys get first if Gogurt loses? Wait.
No. Especially because we dropped the Comfy game
Ah,
and the
true,
Maximus
true,
game.
fair.
I think obviously if we'd won more, then no.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was really dependent on our head-to-head and whatnot.
What is your head-to-head against Gogurt?
0-2.
Oh, I see. So yeah, I was like, it's possible that if Gogurt loses, you guys will have the same record. But yeah, you're right. In that case, it doesn't quite matter.
Yeah.
And Mamba Mentality, I believe, has the head-to-head against PG Dino Club. I believe that's what I think someone was discussing that earlier.
I guess they are 2-0. For some reason, I thought they were 1-1, but I think they might actually be 2-0.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
interesting.
sure. I gotta go look. Scroll all the way to the top. Mamba. Uh, yep, they are 2-0 because they beat them week 3, which I know they beat them in their most recent matchup.
Hmm. All right, well, they pulled it out. That secures them the third spot that they needed so very desperately. And these two teams here in front of us, 7-10 and 8-9. Oh man, and these teams could have the same record if Comfy Gaming wins right now. How interesting. This is their last game. Both of them the last game of the split. What happened in the previous matchup between these two teams, Comfy Gaming and Maria's Dungeon? That's the real question here.
I'm like, I gotta go look again. I think he's around like week 4
Maria's
probably.
Dungeon won. Maria's Dungeon won in round 9. Round 9
Week
should be
5.
like week 4, like week 5. Yeah, week 5 day 1.
Week
We
5.
have it. We have it on the as a Maria's win. So if Maria's win this game again, then there's no. So but that means if Comfy wins, then we have their tiebreak.
Oh, so they have to do tiebreaker if Comfy
Mm.
wins.
Oh God, you know what?
Oh, the fact
I
that
just.
that's so nice. I like that. See, I know you hate it because being the administrator and all that, you have to deal with all of the extra extenuous things. But you know what I love, Ito? I love narratives. To me, that is a narrative.
I have to
Is
play
them having a
again.
tiebreak.
Oh Jesus, how do we determine side selection and tiebreak? Do we just flip a coin? How do we? Because they're 1-1. I don't really want to use like metrics. Again, I discussed how I don't like using metrics as like for example game duration as a metric for who should get some type of advantage because I don't like valuing
Um,
longer games or shorter games. So I feel like the really.
we could see about establishing maybe a like me and you can talk about this like after we see what the like actual shakeups are, and we could maybe do like a strength of schedule type thing. Like
Ooh.
quality wins. Like if you
Mm.
have more quality wins, then you get, and it couldn't even be that bad either. It could be like if you beat more quality teams, then you get the choice in the coin toss or something like that.
Yeah, fair enough. We can discuss that. Hopefully we'll have some time in the next couple of days to get everything together for playoffs without also having to do. It's really hard to do these discussions live while we're also trying to get all these teams onto the Rift because things happen that we had to take care of in the moment. Anyway, so let's go put their scores up on the graphic here. We can look at the standings one more time. Comfy Gaming is coming to this match 7-10 on the season. Remember, this is the 18th match. This is the last game of the season for both of these teams. So Comfy Gaming coming in 7 and 10, and just right.
Send your best player into the 1v1 for side select. I will be right back, Ito.
Oh, I've been muted this entire time. Oh no! I've been talking this entire time. I do apologize for that. There was I supposed to people supposed to be talking. Oop. Yeah, whoops. I was still muted from the break. I do apologize for that. Thank you for pointing it out. Um, well, welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I wish I could. I mean, I guess I don't have much to say. There was some commentary. I'm sure it was great. It was fantastic. It was super hype. You missed out on it. Oh well. I apologize for that. We're gonna see an engage here in the bot lane. Dub. LC Bane picks up the kill on Oathbringer, and here comes J4. A good route, but there's the teleport coming in from the Lucian. It looks like Lucian is here to pick up a kill. Lucian potentially looking for two. Will hit the ultimate. There's a double kill going over to Expo, but the ult in the the teleport in from Orianna into the socket lands onto Tuba, will not be able to take either of them down, and the Kane is here to make sure that his teammates will stay alive. Very well done there from the side of Maria's Dungeon. Expo able to come in and pick up two kills off of the teleport and forcing the teleport out from the enemy mid laner as well, but Orianna was not able to get as much with using her from her teleport. What was Oathbringer doing there? Taking some damage. That would be a 2-0 start for the Lucian, the Expo in the mid lane. Scary start for the Lucian to get ahead. Lucian, of course, is very good at snowballing things in the early game. His champion is, his kit is very well versed in pumping out early game damage with a lead. Lucian is one of my favorite characters to play with the lead in the bot lane, or I guess as a solo laner here in the mid lane as well. And I'm sure Expo is very much so looking to take advantage of that. Orianna will have to be aware of that, maybe wary of the damage Expo will be able to push out with his item advantage. Is Dylan AFK? Yeah, it does look like Indefiance is currently AFK. Otherwise, you would have heard a one-sided conversation because I know the desktop audio is not muted on stream. Sag, yeah, Sag. Not here for this thrilling gameplay between these two teams that are fighting for their seeding. In a little bit of there may be some salt, maybe some salt in the veins of these players after the conversations we had before this game to try to figure out how we could how we could fairly play this game. And this is the situation that we have now. Fishy Frenzy almost killing the boss. Will flash forward, but Will may get punished here from Return of Julian. Return of Julian. I love saying this, but he has returned to the top lane yet again. Once again, it is the return of Julian to the top lane. And Cho'Gath will go down yet again to another J4 gank. Fishy Frenzy not having a fun time in this top lane. You can see he's down 30 CS. He's died 2 times, and neither of those deaths has been to his laner. J4 has come through and really made his life hell. We see Lucian and Kane running into J4. Lucian doing a lot of damage is going to cause J4 to flash away, but J4 will be too low and will go down to BMT. There is a teleport coming in from the boss 800, but now he's teleported into a 1v2 situation against Kane and Lucian will pick up another kill. That's a killing spree for Expo in the mid lane. And oh god, that feels kind of bad as Orianna. It feels bad whenever you're 0-0-0 and the enemy laner is 3-0-1. Doesn't feel very good. Never fun. The trap. Oh, but gonna take some damage for the trap, and there's the engage from Condoms Are Us off of the CC that lands onto Dubs. Dubs is gonna be incredibly low. The heal is not available yet. There's the flash forward and the oh my god, but the flash forward able to flash into the bush, and will they pick up the double kill? They will pick up the double kill. Dubs and LC Bane able to turn around that fight in the bot lane. The flash forward and does that not reveal Caitlyn? Did the W from Karma not reveal Caitlyn from auto attacks? For auto attacks, I thought Caitlyn was dead, but Caitlyn lives. Maybe I'm just wrong there, or maybe was Kaisa not close enough to auto? Was no one close enough to auto? Caitlyn had like 2 HP for sure. But anyway, well played by Dubs and LC Bane in the bot lane. Maria Desert now has a 7-3 lead, mostly on their AD carries, both Dubs and Expo doing well here in the early game with leads on their opponents. That's going to be the Rift Trail picked up here by Comfy Gaming. Maria Desert should be aware of it as there was a ward in the top pixel bush there. The dot bush. On the way ping to the mid lane. Wonder who that is for. We will see Maria's Dungeon looking to pick up a dragon. We can see that on our mini map there. And it's a return of Julian to the top lane, baby. We're back. Back to reality. Demacia. And yeah, we're going to pick up. All right. Other lanes aren't going well. Top lane, send it. Full send top lane. Return of Julian and the boss 800 absolutely beating up on Fisher Frenzy here in the top lane. They still all AD comp. Very, very true. The damage composition of this comp is mostly AD with the selection of Lucian mid. They do not have a lot of AP. May have, you can say that they have some damage from Cho'Gath, some damage from Morgana, but neither of those are really real damage sources. So we'll see if Comfy Gaming can take advantage of that by building some amounts of AD. There is a good engage here. That's going to cause the flash from Kaisa to avoid the binding there. Almost a very clean tower dive. Will force them to back out from the tower to avoid death as Oathbringer literally has 1 HP. Okay, I shouldn't say literally, but yeah, very little HP. Let's see. Like
Hey,
30
Ty,
HP.
something came up, so I have to go attend to it real quick
No problem,
for a bit.
man. So Defiance will not be here. We'll get the solo cast. The rare coveted Ito solo cast here on the BTL. They're still all AD comp. I'm not worried yet. Very, very true. That's an early lead for Maria's Dungeon. But they did not have much in terms of damage composition. We'll see if Comfy Gaming are able to itemize against that. We'll see what builds we see, specifically the set and the J4. See how their builds will try and take advantage of the damage composition of Maria's Dungeon. Looks like first time we'll see Gore Drinker and Shy Breaker from the set and the J4. So they're actually going for a bit of damage. The solo bolo cast before I did a bit of damage here. Oh, they're still plated. I want to call these ninja tabbies, but now they're called plated steel caps. Okay. All right. Plated steel caps. Oh. Look, we look to the top lane, and Fishy Frenzy is no longer here to get bullied, but we will see a trade of towers across the map. Fishy Frenzy gonna have to walk away from the bot lane tower, as looks like they will be looking for the dive, potentially bot lane. Fishy Frenzy, oh. But man, literally just dipped. He just got out of there. It's like, fine, fine, fine. Y'all want to keep bullying me? This how you gonna do me? And he just walked away. Walked away, went to mid lane. Now they will be hitting down the mid lane tower after capturing the top lane tower. So it's just all about the rotation game right now. See how fast they can rotate, and the tower looks like it should go down. That'll now be 2 towers for each team. The bot lane tower being captured by Comfy Gaming. And we have a dragon spawning in under a minute. They will go ahead and secure the vision from the Scuttle Crab. The gold going over to Kane. Kane having red form now. And we will see how these team fights look, I think, here in the next 40 seconds or so. They really hate Cho. Yeah, they really, really hate Cho. They saw what Cho'Gath did that last game. Wait, Cho'Gath didn't win, right? I mean, but Cho'Gath did still did some very, very disgusting things. Some very, very disgusting things indeed. Oh, Lucian. Uh-oh. That's exactly who they want. But he will be out of there. And deal some damage back. Oh, boy. Lucian deals damage. Oh, no, there's Cho'Gath going to be eating some damage there. Lucian is here. That is a Rampage for Expo. Picking up a kill kind of there on the backside. This goes in here. Expo in the front line. Karma going to try and snare him, but he will be able to break the chain. The dragon is alive. We will see Maria's dungeon started. The dragon's at about half health now. We're seeing Whoa. Comfy look for a fight here. The dragon has been slain. They will be looking for the fight. Incredible damage coming out from Set onto Lucian, but will not be enough, and that will be a killing spree now for the Caitlyn. Now they're looking for Condoms Are Us. Looking to see how far he can escape. Oh, in a difficult situation here. And that's just going to be the easy feast for Fishing Frenzy. Lucian now 4-0, well farmed, having a good time. And they will move on to their Rift Herald. I think this will be the second Rift Herald of the game. Yes, I believe it was captured before. Or maybe the first. This may be the first Rift Herald. I think this is first, actually.
Never falter. Making and destroyed.
This is going to be the Rift Herald use mid lane to grab a tower. Kane will go down to Kaisa. Set is in the back line on Dubs. Dubs potentially in trouble here. Finding himself in an awkward 1v1, and oh, now he's just in a really awkward position. That's going to be a shutdown going over to the Kaisa. Two good catch outs there by Comfy Gaming. And they are looking to rotate this into a Baron. And they will start the Baron up. How aware is Maria's dungeon? The Baron's at half HP. They aren't going towards it at all. They may be opting to let the Baron fall to push down mid lane. The Baron will fall. What is the state in mid lane? They were not able to get the inhibitor tower, only get it down to half HP. Probably a bit of a mistake of a call there from Maria's Dungeon to not contest the Baron and also not able to get anything going in the mid lane without the minions. I'm not sure if the minions were cleared, but I mean, that was rough. Now there will be death pushing, looking for some unfortunate to walk up. Unfortunately, they have two people walking up. Will they be able to kill this one? This kills won't be able to go down. That will be Oathbringer going down to Expo. Or we ulted for wave clear? Oh, okay. Does look like that is possible if the Orianna was did teleport back. Then Orianna able to save the tower. And this will be the third dragon for reasons putting them on soul point for the Infernal Soul.
Never falter.
J4, Comfy can make it back if J4 starts playing dog shit. God damn. Some criticism here for Return of Julian. Probably from, I don't know how to say your name, Huzzian, Hour, HH. We'll see the Baron shove, and there is the engage on the mid lane. The J4 ultimate will not land on Lucian, and the Orianna ultimate will not land as well. And there's the attempt of an engage there by Comfy Gaming. Did not quite net them the kills they were hoping for, but they were still able to get the tower and run them off the tower. All those were wrong. Well, I have no idea how to say it. Who's the in? Chill TP. Oh, did Cho teleport there? Apparently so. Still wrong. Well, then I will stop attempting. Boz 800 versus Fishing Frenzy here in the bot lane, but Kane is here as well. Boz seemed aware of that. There's the ultimate by the Boz to get himself away from the Kane, and that should get him to safety. But the Kane BMT will stick around. The rest of the members of Comfy Gaming have rotated down now. Ooh, BMT could potentially be in trouble. And there is the Orianna ultimate. BMT able to ult into the Boz. Good. And there is the feast from Cho'Gath. And the Boz will go down. And BMT is back in there. And there's the ultimate from Caitlyn. And low health bars for Hybrid Theory. Expo goes in. Tries to deal some damage. Will cause them to flash away. And they are out of minions here. Meanwhile, top lane. Kai'Sa is hitting down a tower. And looks like she should be able to get it, and she will. It is now 4 towers to 4 towers even, and the gold is pretty much even as well, only very slightly in favor of Maria's Dungeon. But given that they have 3 dragons and double the kills, you wouldn't think that the goal would be so close. So why is the goal so close? Where is the big goal discrepancy? If I had to guess, it's probably between the Set and the Cho'Gath. There is a 1400 goal discrepancy between the Set and the Cho'Gath. And then the rest of the map is relatively even except for the goal discrepancy between the mid laners. Expo is up about 2k. And the support's about a 1000 between the supports as well. Oh, what? Potentially an engage here. Comfy Gaming. See if they're able to engage onto the Cho'Gath. There's the Cho'Gath ultimate. And there is the Orion ultimate on Cho'Gath as well. And there's the shutdown for the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa able to shut down the Cho'Gath. And now there's a double kill for the Caitlyn. Dubs going in, doing tons of damage now, forcing the less tanky members of Comfy Gaming to back off. And that should be sole point for Maria's dungeon. Question mark pinks towards the Baron. Well, let's see if Maria does it looking to start it. They do have the Infernal Drake Soul. Maybe looking to fight with it. Meanwhile, bot lane, we see that Lucian is farming, does have the teleport available. So that could explain why he is so far away from the team. Looks like we could have an engage here from BMT. The knocked up Des land onto Condoms R Us. The boss 800 has come to the bot lane to challenge the Lucian. We'll do a ridiculous amount of damage to the Lucian as well. Almost killing him. Lucian seems very lucky to have gotten away with his life, even though the boss is down 3 levels. It's still top laner versus ADC, LOL. And there is the engage from the Kayn, and the Kayn will just die. There's a teleport in from Set, but Set will also just die. And the Lucian is in base, has teleport available as well. And there is the... what's that item called? The Gale Force. The Gale Force from Caitlyn, netting her the double kill. And Console Us gets the kill versus... oh! And Lucian comes in as a surprise. Lucian comes in from the bot lane. And because I didn't even see that he teleported in. But here is Expo with the flank. And he is now dominating 6-0 and 5 is Expo on this Lucian pick. There's the J4. And guys, there's a shutdown on to the Caitlyn. The engage from Return of Julian. Looks like it's a two-man Baron start here from BMT and Lucian. Comfy Gaming seem aware. I saw question mark pings. There's, of course, a ward right here. So they do see them walking over to the Baron, but it looks like they will not be able to contest. And that should be an easy Baron capture for Maria's Dungeon. They have the Soul. They have the Baron. The Elder Dragon spawns in 1 minute and 19 seconds. Comfy Gaming uses this time to secure the Scuttle Crab outside of the Baron Pit. We'll now see Maria's Dungeon kind of come down here and see if they can get some vision control in the area for the spawning Elder Drake. And this could very much well be Comfy's last hurrah. Looking to see if they can make something happen around this Elder Dragon. Like we talked about the Elder Dragon throws before. See if they can get some steel, some Elder Dragon, then see if they can win a massive team fight off of it. And lead that to potentially the end of the game. This game could go either way at this point. These teams are within 4K of each other. We are 32 minutes into this game. And there is a really good flank there from the set. Unfortunately, looks like probably not the target that you want, as it did end up landing onto the Kayn, and the Kayn was simply able to ult onto someone, and it looks like that fight did not work at all for Comfy Gaming. Lucian is now godlike, and there they come. No one died. Everyone is coming down, pushing down the bot lane. There are the GGs in the chat. 3 members of Comfy Gaming are dead. Some disconnects have already happened. They're coming down with the Baron buff onto the Nexus towers. And that will be the destruction of the Nexus towers and blue team turrets. And the Nexus should go down here soon as well. And that will be the game for Maria's Dungeon. It didn't let me out. Look at the damage charts. We can give a guess. Lucian and Caitlyn doing a lot of damage there. Set doing the most damage for his team. Set, of course, doing some incredible work there in the top lane versus the Cho'Gath. Set and J4 tried their best to put the Cho'Gath down and really put him quite behind in the early game. But meanwhile, in the mid lane and the bot lane, the Lucian and Caitlyn were able to really get it done, pumping out lots of damage. You also see some damage coming out from Kanuzara